Downtown between Brush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the Washington football team. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he returns this to the 22. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Well, I sure wouldn't be surprised if we see more of this as this game goes on, because we know they like to use their wideouts either on quick throws or on jet sweeps like what we just saw there. And to say that that one worked well, partner, that's stating the obvious.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Garoppolo. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke, and he will bring this one back. It is a pick-6 for a Washington touchdown. Well, it was 3rd down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. First carry for DeAndre Swift. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. I tell you what, CD, this Washington defense, very strong in the victory last week.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one. But 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. To throw is Garoppolo. Buying time to his left. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Off-play action. Ellis, he'll buy some time right. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
That one brought back a few nightmares, because when a quarterback gets outside of the pocket, your job as a defensive back, make sure you stay as deep as the deepest receiver and not let anyone leak behind you for a big play. A nice job there, having discipline and not letting them connect on that pass.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
11. I got this.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
On play action, it's Garoppolo. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Chase Young. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? He'll look to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got him both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Now a play fake. Garoppolo. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked by Kendall Fuller. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's Gibson. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Off the play fake. Ellis slings this deep from McLaurin. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his first touchdown of the new season. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
And they'll use him out in the backfield and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
They'll run on 1st down. Swift. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They're going to try the jet sweep. Robinson with it. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line. 1 7-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question because a lot of it depends on the hit.
And that is caught at the 10-yard line. Touchdown.
We saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
2nd and 10. They run out of the gun with Swift.
And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down.
And that's out to the flat for Swift.
And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the 1st, right around the 15. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit.
It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
On 1st and 10, Ellis escaping the pressure right. It's caught by Hooper. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Ellis slings this deep from McLaurin.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off down at the 2. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Here's 2nd and 10.
21. 55. Check 55. Mike. You must be getting tired of seeing me.
To throw, it's Garoppolo.
They'll get that complete to Hunter Bryant, the tight end.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
He'll get this off to Swift. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
50, Mike, 50. Mike's 50. In your face.
On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Check. 21.
On play action, now Garoppolo. Eluding the pressure right. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Got a man open. It's Ricky Seals-Jones. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
To throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. He'll drop this one off to Swift. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big play that time on the catch and run.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
The Lions into the red zone for the first time. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. Play action. Garoppolo. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19.
One, Omaha. Mike, two. I got you. 50 cheese and Mike. Watch Mike. Let's go. 11. Go ahead.
Another try after the first down sack. Garoppolo. Dancing to his left. He finds his target, Allen. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
Mike 55. Well, fellas, here we go. Hey, check five. Watch it, 5. Mike 55. One, Omaha.
Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. And he's going to go down. So they pass up the field goal attempt to go for 6, but as a result, they leave points on the field, and that's going to do it for this first half.
Final adjustments being made in both locker rooms. They are just about set to get back to football in Detroit. And for the call of the second half, we'll kick it back up to Ford Field and Brandon Gaud.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So Washington in a good spot. They got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, That could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
Got a man. It's De'Ami Brown, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And some room to maneuver. Touchdown, Washington. Well, I tell you what, when you get a running back who can move like that in the open field, that's something to take advantage of, and they certainly did there.
And first and foremost, this is all about vision. He can see the play developing right in front of him, and once he's past the line of scrimmage and got a full head of steam behind him, he's just going to keep right on going.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Washington defense.
It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
21. There you go.
Garoppolo. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And they'll get him down here at the 23.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. And down he'll go at the 25.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Garoppolo's throw there complete to Allen.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. There's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Going back to Allen. He's got him again. And in for the Lions. Touchdown. Keenan Allen, 57 yards. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. Steps away to his left. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. And with that, they're down to 1 remaining here in this 2nd half. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And right around the 20, he'll head out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 17, but even with that, they'll be well short here for 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
A gain of 10 yards. That's good for the Lions. First down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
On first down, Garoppolo. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Montez Sweat picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
And that's his second sack in this one.
And you just can't ask a defensive end or an edge rusher to play any better than what we're seeing right now. And, partner, it's still just the third quarter. I'm thinking he's not done yet. Even if he's not getting the sack, he's bringing a lot of pressure to the pocket.
That throw into the arms of Allen. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
And the Lions, first down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And this is caught. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. A big play there for Detroit. They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. Power on power, but he's not going to get in. No gain on the play, and it's going to be second and goal.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate.
And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Jamal Williams taking it in from a yard out. And the Lions are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting at a great spot, up 2 scores here in the third quarter. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Afitu Melifonwu. And the return will stop right around the 25. They've got a pretty comfortable lead right now, but maybe a little too careless with the football that time for the rookie.
I think the key word there is comfortable, and there's 2 schools of thought on it. With that type of a lead, maybe you can take a few more chances because you have a cushion. Others will tell you, don't eat up the cushion with careless play. He'll learn to ride that line as he moves on in his career.
On second and 9, Garoppolo. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Keenan Allen, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Man, if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
88 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. From the gun, Ellis flushed out right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Off-play action. Ellis slings this deep from McLaurin. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Washington. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And from what we said, if you had told me that that ball was somehow going to get from point A to point B, I would have told you no way. I mean, that was an absolute cannon shot, and he still dropped it right on the money, too.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. To throw on 2nd and 10. Garoppolo. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he's got room. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play there on the screen pass. They're good at running the screen. Sometimes it's probably taken for granted, though. You need a good deal of deception in there, don't you?
You certainly do. And you know what else you need? The people who aren't involved in the deception to make sure they hold their blocks and someone doesn't flash too quickly in the face of the quarterback.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. This one complete to his running back, Jamal Williams. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
You have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and then completions to use the clock.
And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 19. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Here's Gibson to start the drive. And he'll power his way up near the 25. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun, Ellis. And this is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Off the play fake, Ellis. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Romeo Okwara drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. On the return is Williams. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Here we go. 180! Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball. Watch it. Hey, gun. 11. Tighten up.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Going deep here for Allen. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Garoppolo now. Escaping the pressure right. intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 38, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Eluding the pressure right. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Scramble drill there, partner. Some teams have some pretty good rules for it. Others are just saying make sure you work your way back into the sight lines of your quarterback, even if you take the play deep. And that's what they attempted to do on that one, unable to connect.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 11. And the Lions are right back in this football game. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be Peyton Manning threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Garoppolo looks to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Garoppolo looks to throw once more. Forced out to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute. And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed. And in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Oh, did the Lions get it? Yes, they recover. So they've accomplished half the mission, Charles. They get the onside kick. They do need a touchdown here, but they've got some time to do it.
In the excitement, there's no need to press. Plenty of time. They have the opportunity. Now they just need to execute and finalize things.
And that's out to the flat for Swift. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. Now Garoppolo rolling to his left. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to him. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking him.
They'll end up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Back to throw, Garoppolo.
They'll find Swift out of the backfield.
And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. Now Garoppolo, gotta have this one. And my goodness, another interception. William Jackson with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad...
And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points